All right, so good morning, everybody. We've been having some technical issues here today for some reason, and I don't get it. But we are here. Round 3. I hate Apple and I hate technology. Just saying, people. Just saying. I don't. So, guys, good morning. Like I said, if you were able to catch any of round 1, let's call it. I've been kind of under the weather. I was kind of under the weather the last day and a half or so. In the last show on a Thursday, you could probably tell it in my voice. Something was a little bit off with me. But back, ready to go, ready to have some fun, ready to talk some smack. Enjoy. So, CharlieFoxTrotRadio.com. You can find the live stream. You can find it on YouTube, Facebook, everywhere that you can catch live streams right now before we branch out and do even more. Welcome, everybody, to a day show. Make sure we got everything set up here right. I think we got everybody going where we need to be going. Good morning, everybody. And the cool thing is, I was sitting here, right before we started going, and it kind of fits with today. You come back stronger. Technology can be a mother trucker at times, but you know what? You always come back stronger. This is not the worst thing that I've ever had happen to me for a show, if you will, okay? Because when you stream, when you go things live, when you take it to the next limit, when you take it to the next level, when you smash that limit, break the ceilings, whatever you call it, okay, there's always going to be some holdups. But what you do after that, when you come back stronger, that's where it is. Now, I was listening to this song. It was from one of the bands that we saw. I was kind of hyping them up on Wednesday and Thursday. No Resolve. They have a song called Come Back Stronger. And that is the motto for today. I think that's kind of going to be like my motto for, ever. What doesn't kill you only makes you stronger. You come back stronger. All of this stuff. You succeed. Okay. I posted something also, earlier this, it was yesterday on my personal page. For those of you who follow me there, okay, that, are good friends of mine, all of that. It goes, wisdom comes from a lifelong experiences of what your reaction to failure is. That's where your wisdom comes from, is how you pick yourself back up when you fail. You're coming back stronger with the wisdom that you have. So that is the mantra, if you will, that we are going to be using going forward in this. Okay? And if you guys haven't heard the song Come Back Stronger, it's a heavy song. I know some people, as we get older, the whole, screaming metal, heavy guitars, when they're raging out and they're having fun and they're kicking back, it can be a little much. I get that, and I'm forewarning you, but the whole fact of the song is definitely one to think about and go for at the end of the day. All right? So, welcome, everybody. We got, and as I've said beforehand, I don't sit here and be like, I got one viewer. Yay! No, I do this not for the fact of, I do it just to enjoy it. I don't do it to try and gain 1 billion followers. I'm not going to be Mr. Beast or anything, okay? I do this for the pure fun of it, okay? I do this for the pure sake of everything, because we are so caught up in our news. We are so uptight, stiff, everything. we sit here and we just crack jokes. We have a good day. I mean, I am fully submerged in the entertainment industry now, doing this, getting this business set up and going, managing a comedy club where you get to meet people, you get to hear jokes. You never have a bad day. If you get stressed out, you run some food out into the showroom, you laugh for 5 seconds, and then everything's all good. Okay? That is what my goal is just to smile. Hakuna Matata, if you will. Hakuna ma-frickin' Tata. That is what we want to do here. Okay? So, what we got on the docket for today, this is going to be one of those fun ones, if you will. I was sitting here doing some research. Okay? Sitting here just kind of looking at seeing what was going on in the world today. And if you haven't noticed, there is a lot of stuff that happened this week. Always follow the news. I don't care what your sides are, what you think, what you say, what you do. You got to follow it. You got to understand it. But here at Charlie Foxtrot Radio, we're just going to find all the funny ones and make fun of them. Okay? Like this one, for instance. And I lost it because I had to reset the computer between rounds 2 and 3 of getting this video up and rolling. Okay? Have you guys ever bought from a thrift shop? Goodwill. We got like the St. Franciscan people that do thrift shops here in town, here locally. I mean, great place to buy stuff. You're helping a cause. You're getting some cheap clothes. I remember when the wife and I did a Roaring 20s night at our church just to have some fun, kick back, relax. They had like old black and white shows going on, the whole era of dancing, if you will. Went to a thrift shop, bought a nice jacket. I think I paid like $8 or $10 for it, and it was like a $50 jacket. I mean, it's really nice. Help a good cause. Well, I found a little note in it, and it was actually an obituary pamphlet thing from like 2013. And it's like, ooh, they forgot to take this out. Article reads for today: man finds at thrift shop after he went purchasing, and this was in England or somewhere, London, England, one of those villages that are around it. Man comes across something, and it reads something very intimate, if you will, that the gentleman who wrote it was obviously wrote it for his wife, wrote it for his girlfriend, mistress, whatever you will, okay? To each their own at the end of the day. And it was very saucy, if you will. I won't get into it because we got to kind of keep this thing as close to PG as possible at the end of the day. We got to keep this thing as good as we can. But it was, just wait until you get my pleasure stick later. I'm sitting here reading this. I'm going, huh? You're used to finding a bunch of different things. People have found money. People have found, obituaries like myself, but nothing as saucy as that, so to speak. So always double check your thrift items, if you will, at the end of the day before you go to purchase, because that would just be like, hey guys, I got a jacket today, and I'm always going to remember this jacket because of the sauciness, the racy love note, if you will. Back before sending pictures and everything was a thing, if you will. I don't know. But there you have it. Always double check your thrift items at the end of the day. What else do we have going on here? Let's pull Weird But True up and see what they have to say. Weird But True. I tripped over my cat, but somehow suffered car crash injuries. Now, I have done this before. I have not tripped over a cat and had car crash injuries, but I have had whiplash injuries to my neck, and I have no idea how it happened. I was just at work one day, and all of a sudden I couldn't move type scenario. So this is actually something big. Let's see what he has to say. This was from November 14th, the year of our Lord 2022, that the article came out. Why is it that you either get Florida man, Florida woman, Florida couple, like we've always been talking about, or everything seems to go wrong in the UK? We get all these random articles that were just kind of like, huh, WTF? Coming from the UK area. Okay, UK man miraculously survived after sustaining a broken neck, fractured spine, smashed ribs, blood in his lungs, and other car crash evoking injuries from, wait for it, tripping over his cat. I can't remember much, just falling fast. It was a quick and it was over within seconds. And then I was at the bottom. Chris Rowley, 59, told the Mirror, the freak apocalypse meow. Apocalypse meow is what they're calling it. They won't call it a catastrophe, but they're going to call it the apocalypse meow. Accident reported occurred on the evening of October 23rd while the Somethinshire-based professional musician was home alone with his hairless Egyptian Sphinx kitten. Okay, I'm sorry, those things are ugly as hell. Just saying. My daughter loves them. I don't know why. But if I actually said what I think they look like, and we all kind of know what they look like, yeah, we're going to leave it at that. Okay? So, disaster struck after the wrinkly kitty, apparently feeling playful, dove out and latched onto one of his owner's legs as he was coming down the stairs. It took a bit of chunk out of my leg, and then I lost my footing, described Rowley, who reportedly tumbled down 14 steps before arriving at the bottom, where he lay unable to move when his feline put the hell into Hello Kitty. Hello. This is like, this cat is like Hannibal Lecter. Hello, Clarice. Or hello, Rowley. But, okay, actually, after reading the article, okay, falling down the stairs, yes, that will evoke car crash injuries. Okay? It's not like in the movies where you fall down a flight of stairs and you just kind of like, ooh, you know, stumble your way back around. Yes, that can legitimately happen. But the fact that it was from a hairless kitty latching onto his leg, okay, this just reminds me of, there was a meme that it was like at a college party and there's a little kitten looking up at a guy drinking, and it's like, I will make you scream like a little girl at a Justin Bieber concert if I latch all of my claws into you. And yes, kitten claws hurt like a mother trucker. All right? They definitely do. So, I feel for the man. I really do. But this is going to be one of those, like, random hospital stories. So, what brings you here tonight? Oh, well, look at me. You know, I'm all kinds of effed up and everything. Well, what happened? My cat. My cat attacked me, and I fell down a flight of stairs. This is just going to go into the books as one of those random hospital stories, which we can do probably a whole year's worth of segments on for this show, just over what happened to bring you to the hospital. You know, what is it? Was it A&E or something? They had sex put me in the hospital. Yeah, this is going to be like one of those episodes where it's just like, yeah, my kitten. So, brought me in. So the article continues. The massively injured man didn't realize the extent of his injuries at the time. However, paramedics later revealed that he'd suffered a fractured skull, broken bone in the neck, 2 fractures in the spine, 9 broken ribs. Each rib has multiple fractures. And then I had a bit of blood in the lungs. Unfortunately, Rowley's wife, who is a child care worker, was working nights and therefore was unable to come home to his aid, the Mirror reported. As a result, the Brit man had to lie unattended for a whopping 14 hours in a pool of his own blood. My phone was dead, he said. I couldn't get up. I physically could not get up. It's the hardest sensation and everything. And then they show a picture of the cat, and it's just like... And guys, okay, for the record, I don't hate cats. I have 3 cats. I have 3 cats and a dog who thinks he's a cat. Because we got them all at about the same time. Okay? So, I don't hate cats. I just hate the Sphinx hairless cats. And like I said, we all know why. Because they are ugly. Because they look like things that should not be put out in public. Just saying. Anyways, so, yeah. Rule of thumb for this story. Make sure that your phones are always charged, ladies and germs. Make sure your phone is always charged, or else you're going to have an accident, and then nobody will be able to get to you for 14 hours. Okay? Just saying. What else we got here? This is all coming through here. Alrighty. What else do we got? People are just weird in some of these articles. It's one of those, I don't even really want to like talk about some of these things today. It is so freaking crazy. Okay. We already know about this stuff. Mount Everest has preserved climbers' frozen sneezes for centuries. Okay. Everybody knows about the whole, there are people who have not survived going to Mount Everest, climbing to its peaks. And unfortunately, this is just the way that it is, some of their bodies are used as, road markers or their clothing or anything like that. I'm not trying to downplay that at all. But to the fact that they're preserving sneezes, not bad. Not bad at all. Okay. Yeah, some of these are just like, I can't even keep them PG. I can't even keep them PG in this case. It is just one of those, oh my goodness gracious. I'll bring this over here so I'm not like sitting here like looking all the way over. Let's bring it right here. Probably should have done that at the beginning of the show, but you know what? You live and you learn, folks. You live and you learn. All right. Okay, so... And this comes back March 13th. Okay. I got to bring this back up just because it's so freaking hysterical. The whole man suing Buffalo Wild Wings claims boneless wings are just chicken nuggets. Yes, they are freaking chicken nuggets. Okay. We serve chicken nuggets. That's the way that you get boneless wings. It's still the meat, and it's just made into a nugget-shaped treat. Goes back to the whole thing. Just wait till the man finds out that it's not buffalo wing meat and they don't have wings. Maybe pour a little bit of Red Bull on it, right? I don't know. This is just one of those. I don't get people, and I bring that back up just because the man is probably going to win that lawsuit, no matter how stupid it is, because of the woman who spilt coffee on her lap in a McDonald's drive-thru and won something like, what, $2 million 20 years ago in a lawsuit over it. I will be thoroughly shocked if he doesn't win, just because of what our society is coming to. I'm just telling you that right now, okay? That it's just the way that it is. All right? Back to sauciness here. And this is one of those, I have not read into most of these articles. This is all just completely off the cuff that you're seing here today. because it's Saturday. What else do you have to do other than just go in, blindsided off the cuff? Let's see what we can talk about today. Alrighty, so let's see if this is back in London or if this is actually like somewhere else, like the United States maybe, or somewhere. Let's see here. Alrighty. Nope, back in England. Staffordshire, England. The English. And I'm sorry, Christian. I'm sorry. I mean, I don't mean to bash anybody. Yeah, we have good friends that live in England that we talk to. So, alrighty. So this is in Staffordshire, England. A kinky couple has been slapped with a $1,200 fine after the cops were called to a hotel room where they were engaged in loud and quote-unquote rough intimacy. All right, the two awakened other guests at the hotel that they were staying in Staffordshire with over-exuberant intimacy, quote-unquote. On Valentine's Day, 3 guests had to be moved to new rooms after complaints about the couple's ear-splitting shenanigans. Hotel staff was forced to call the police after the noisy pair ignored repeated warnings to quiet down. They appeared in court earlier this week, where they both pled guilty to criminal damage caused by their amorous antics. They each agreed to pay $600 compensation to the hotel, who had to be relocated to different rooms, as well as additional costs for a damaged floor. The prosecutor told the court the police were escorted to room 25, where the parties were. It was clear they were causing a noise, nuisance, and disturbance. Cops discovered that the two were heavily intoxicated and smelling of alcohol. The female was slurring her words and was unsteady on her feet. The gentleman was lying in bed. Said the reason for the noise is that they were having rough intimacy. Drunken shenanigans. I'm just telling you. And if you know when I say drunken shenanigans, you know what I'm talking about. You could probably come up with stories and paint a picture yourself, guys. Drunken intimacy at its finest right here. So, mind your P's and Q's when you're at a hotel, guys and gals. Because you'll probably get the cops called on you if you are too loud in that case. So, goodness gracious. And Great Balls of Fire. Am I probably in the right ballpark with that, So, goodness. So, yeah, some of these things, and I'm trying to go through, I'm trying to find the ones, that are, funny. And some of these, like I said, they're just way too serious that it's hard to turn them into something funny. Okay. Because, and that's just the way that it is. I don't know. More gators. More gators in the news. You guys need to find that. But yeah, some of these things we're gonna keep going. Okay. Ooh, here's a good one. March 7th. 28 hospitalized for anxiety after playing with an Ouija board. This we got to read. Alrighty. So, let's bring it up here. Where is it? Okay, I'm on computer. Dude, technology at its finest. We live by technology. We survive because of technology now. And when it screws up, if it doesn't work the way that we want it to, it seems like everything just goes downhill. Okay. So, there you go. I love the way that they started this article. Alrighty, 28 girls were hospitalized with anxiety attacks after allegedly playing with a Ouija board at their school in Colombia. They weren't in good spirits that day. They really weren't. Okay, 28 possible cases of anxiety in school students. According to the outlet, alarm bells went off after the girls reportedly suffered signs of fainting, anxiety, and other symptoms at the school. They were subsequently admitted to a municipal hospital, accompanied by parents and school faculty. Info on the students' diagnosis have yet to be released, obviously because of HIPAA, all of that. However, many parents blame the in-school use of Ouija boards, a Jumanji-esque pursuit that uses a sliding pointer to spell out messages in a mysterious way. Created in the U.S. in 1986, Ouija boards have become a fixture in occult lore due to their alleged ability to communicate with the dead. It's kind of bad that they have to describe what an Ouija board is. And honestly, my freaking 11-year-old knows what an Ouija board is. My 11, almost 12-year-old knows what one is. So if you don't know what one is and you're my age, you're older, or heck, you're older than 11 years old, get out of the rock that you're hiding under. Okay? Get out of the rock. All right. So I work in a hospital kiosk every day, and I see 3 or 4 children arriving after fainting, exclaimed one mother. Parents, you have to move, investigate what's happening at the school because our children cannot continue in this situation. Obviously, I don't get why, and this may just be a culture thing that I am not accustomed to or that I have not learned about. Maybe that is something. I don't know. Okay. But community members have been accused of stoking hysteria by spreading unfounded rumors. Given the reported cases, a series of comments were unleashed on the community that, rather than helping resolve the situation, led to confusion and an adverse effect from what the community was going to be saying. Now, this is something that I learned in school and that I have learned from people who are older and wiser than me because they have been around the block quite a few times. Never underestimate the power of stupid people is the technical term for it. The politically correct reasoning is never underestimate the power of people in large groups. We have seen that. We have seen that here over the last several years. Never underestimate people in large groups. I think it should be mandatory that you need to at least take a psychology or sociology class when you're in school, post high school, things of that nature, to understand how people work, because this is a clear example of it. So in this case, guys, lesson of the day: never underestimate the power of stupid. Never. Okay. And then it goes on at the very end. It says, it's unclear when the school plans to update the public on the student's condition, while authorities have not confirmed whether or not a police investigation is underway. There is probably a police investigation. If it was here, there would definitely be a police investigation. I can't say for sure, other countries and what their rules are, but if this was in the United States, a complete investigation would be going on. Just saying. So, obviously outside of that, guys, like I said, there is always something going on here in the world of news that you can crack jokes about, that you can have fun with, that you can just completely turn around, twist on its side, and have a good laugh with. So, like I said at the very beginning, guys, we have a lot of stuff and that I am going full-on headstrong into the entertainment business. If you guys are in the Fort Wayne area this evening, we have 2 shows that we are hosting this evening with the one and only Becky Robinson. Summit City Comedy Club, 5535 St. Joe Road in the marketplace of Canterbury. Come by, check it out. If you see me at the bar mixing up the drinks for everybody, come by and say hi. Tell them that we sent you over here. So you guys enjoy. Have a wonderful day. Remember, come back stronger from whatever failure in life that you are facing or that you think you are facing. Alrighty, guys. Love you all. Have a wonderful day. We will see you bright and early Tuesday with the show. And remember, tomorrow we have our live stream going as well, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Goodbye, folks.